Coach, lost against USD again. This time it didn't take overtime, but what are your thoughts on the performance of your boys today, especially with Final Four implications on the line? You guys lost. What are your thoughts on the game?
I thought it was a very courageous performance by the team. You can't be expected as a basketball team to play well when your center and your power forward, two of your most important players when you're going up against a player like Collins and Coy, are sitting on the bench for 15 minutes in the first half. And the toughness that the rest of the guys showed to have the game at 2 points at halftime, I thought was pretty special. But it's almost an impossible task when you're asked to perform that way, and that's the way we were asked to perform in this game. Not a lot different than the first one.
Coach, can you share to us your side about the promotion of the game?
Sure. There was nothing between the Ateneo players and the USD players or the coaches. I was talking to Pito about my opinions about the referees, and he basically agreed, and that was it. And so that's why I paused there. There was no angst. There was no discomfort between us. So there was a discussion. That was what was discussed. And it wasn't a problem between us.
About two of your most important players struggling today, one of those is Jack, and you want to forget if you're not mistaken. So how confident are you that he'll bounce back, and especially with fewer games that will ultimately decide your Final Four aspirations?
Well, our shooting efficiency hasn't been good this year, and some of that is our shot selection, and some of it is good shooters missing good shots. And that's always a mystery in coaching. Guys that hit shots in practice, the same shots they get in these games, you don't know why, but we need them to hit good shots. We take 85 shots in this game, USD takes 60, right? I'm not counting what happened at the free throw line. You guys can analyze that for yourselves. I'm not allowed to. But when you get 85 shots, when you get 25 shots more than your opponent, you should win the game. And we didn't, because we didn't hit shots. So am I confident we'll bounce back? Well, we need to. We need to shoot the ball better than we're shooting it, especially when we're getting good shots.
Coach, is Jared Bahay struggles that causing concern now that as you try to maybe win as many wins as possible?
Well, he's not the only one that's struggling. He's a courageous kid. He's going to take tough shots. So, a lower percentage would always be expected from the guy that steps up to take the tough shots. But he should hit more of his open shots. But I'm concerned about all of them. I'm concerned more about shot selection. Because I think if we took better shots in many of our possessions, our percentages would be higher. And that's on all of us to improve in that area. And we will need to do that going up against the quality teams we have to play yet.